Well, a will allows you to make changes to the default intestacy statute of Mississippi. The intestacy statute is going to provide that assets are distributed equally between a spouse and children, if you have both of those. And we'll see to it that those assets are distributed outright. A will can make changes to that plan. So you could favor one group or one individual over another. For instance, you may say everything goes to my spouse outright and nothing goes to my children. You may say everything goes to one child and nothing goes to a second child. A will allows you to make those decisions. An additional thing that a will allow you to do is control how those assets are distributed as far as the timing goes. You don't have to provide an outright distribution of those assets to an heir. You can provide that they remain held under the management of someone else until a specific point in time, or perhaps held by someone else for the person's entire lifetime. Say, for instance, you have a child that's a spendthrift. If you leave them their assets outright, they're likely to squander or spend those assets imprudently. But you have the right in a will to create a testamentary trust, meaning a way of management by a third party for the benefit of that child, but managed in a way that that child can't squander or lose their inheritance. You may have a young child that you want to receive their inheritance outright, but only at a certain age, for instance, age 35. If that child is age 21 at the time of death, the intestacy law would provide that the entire estate be distributed outright to that 21-year-old without the oversight of management or of anybody. But if you do a will, you can change that. You can provide that they only receive a certain portion of their inheritance until they reach a point of maturity, such as age 35, when they could then get the rest of their inheritance. And so a will allows you to make those types of changes and give those types of directions, whereas if you die without a will, the intestacy statute will not make those changes and those decisions for you, and the distribution of those assets will be outright to those individuals.